This one? Which one? Yeah, there you go. There you go. You're doing good. Thank you. Under this whole thing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2025 HHS High School Athletic Banquet. Before we begin to celebrate our athletes tonight, I want to go over a few housekeeping items to help guide us along our way. One of our goals here is to continue year after year to streamline this event, while not sacrificing the integrity of the reason we're here tonight, and to celebrate our kids. With that said, we're going to allow you guys to get up and work your way through the food line and refreshment line at your own will. My only ask is that you hold all sidebar conversations to a minimum, because we are going to continue to work our way through the awards. So you can gauge it when the line is small, you can work your way up, you know, you're staying in line right away. That's entirely on you guys. We ask that you just do it quietly. All coaches will come up to the podium and read a running list of their lettermen. Please hold applause until the last student is read. They'll then work their way through their awards, and this process will occur for each team we have here tonight. Students, you can make your way to Miss Millicent's table, located over here to my left, to get your letters, your bars, and whatever you might need for lettering in your sports. We'll then finish the evening with the department-wide awards, on which all awards were voted on by the head coaches. So at this time, we ask everybody please stand and honor America with the singing of the national anthem by Mrs. Blizzard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rolled its red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very good. She is a woman of many talents. I'll let the rolling thunder of the chairs settle before we continue. I'd like to extend some thank yous and appreciation again before we start into the awards. First up is Miss Ann Nesbitt's class. Are you guys present? Are you guys in there? Let's give these folks a round of applause. Not only for catering between 400 and 500 people here tonight, but they are catering as all the time, and they do it so well, and it's organized, and it's always delicious, and we appreciate everything you guys do, so thank you. I would like to next extend my thank you to our student athletes. They continue to go above and beyond and represent not only themselves, but our school and our community in a wonderful fashion. Thank you to our coaches. Being a high school coach is a huge commitment, and I can speak for them, it is not for their financial gain. They don't want to math that problem out. It is extremely depressing. But they do it for love of the game. They do it for love of the kids. They do it for love of our community. They understand what product we put on the field, again, represents so much more than just a sport. Thank you to our parents. Without you, it doesn't happen. Shuttling kids to and from, working concession stands, working gates, doing everything it takes to be a parent of high school sports is tremendous. And again, I thank you for sacrificing for the betterment of a kid in our program. Thank you to the TAA. There have been many updates on our campus here recently. And what we provide to our kids often runs through them. Without that organization and our sponsors that are on a roll up on the video board, a lot of what you come up here to Hampshire High School and you see something new, something refreshed, new uniforms, new murals, new board out in the hallway, scoreboard, you name it, it's 100% through those two entities, the athletic department and TAA, and what we do as fundraisers, which again runs through you guys. So all of this, 100% of it, is again back on you. So thank you. I'd like to extend thank you to our financial secretary, Ms. Jeannie Millicent. I believe a person with no back knowledge would drastically underestimate the amount of transactions and dollars both in and out here at Hampshire High School. It takes a person with great work ethic, great organization to be successful in that chair. So we are thankful for Ms. Millicent. Round of applause. Thank you to our Board of Education and Superintendent for realizing what we do here is so much more than just sports. So much more than just a game. Again, we are preparing kids on the field, off the field, in the classroom to be the best versions of themselves, and athletics is a big vehicle of that. And lastly, I'd like to thank my fellow admin team, Mrs. Haynes, Mrs. Landis, and Mr. Alkire. These guys bust their butts around the clock. We have a very dynamic campus here at Hampshire High School, and they make it look effortless. And I can guarantee you the amount of organization and thought process and execution is tremendous. And Mrs. Haynes, thank you for not only running this ship that we're on, not only thank you for helping decorate today, our awesome decorations down the hallways, but I also want to thank you for not choosing to do some yard work tonight. And I promise you there's an inside joke there. But in all seriousness, it's been a breath of fresh air this year, and the amount of support is tremendous and is felt by many. And then my last quick, time here, and I'll jump off the stage. I know you guys are counting down. I wrote a little something up. It's called Doers and Don'ters. And it's quick, I promise. But our world is made up of doers and don'ters. There are people who say, we can't do that. We haven't done that before here, so that's not what we do here. Or that can't be done in Hampshire County. Or it is what it is. And then there are people who challenge that. And these are the doers. These are everybody I listed before. our kids, our teachers, our parents, our business sponsors, our admin, and maybe myself. I've joked around with my coaches and say, I would like this place to be Hampshire University before I hang out my keys. It might have caused me to have a few extra meetings here and there, but I promise you, every meeting, every conversation, every fundraiser is always 100% worth it. It's a switch I cannot flip off. And I want to thank you to everybody who's sitting in here tonight with us, because you are doers. You get up and you make it happen. And I promise, nothing is off the table with this collective bunch. So thank you. And our first sport up is Hampshire High School football, led by head coach Donnie Evans.
It's a great honor to be here tonight, and I want to say to Mr. Stewart Pearson and thank him for everything he has done for the coaching staff and all the sports. Can we just give him a round of applause for tonight for everything tonight he's done for Hampshire High School. My name is Coach Evans, and I'm very grateful to be in this position as Hampshire High School football coach. This past season, we had our ups and downs. We saw a lot of challenges, and we also saw a lot of success from our individual players and as a team as a whole. This season our guys had a lot of fight and persevered through a lot during this season. We saw a lot of our guys develop and mature throughout the season, not only on the football field, but in life. We did a lot of things this season that the football team has not done in a long time, and we were very excited to see all the work that these young men did throughout the season. And as the next season comes up, we are very excited to see all the things that these young men will do the next season. And as right now, I'm going to give off the list of names of all our lettermen from this past season. Landon Eversole, Roscoe Dean, Sean King, Wyatt Swanger, Andrew Lloyd, Colson Kisner, Colton Fleming, Aiden Winquist, Bryson Richardson, Blaine Billmeyer, Brent Evans, Kevin Stancliffe, Blake Lavinall, Tanner Nelson, Vinnie Greer, Travis Smith, Aiden Whitaker, Jacob Alt, Hunter Beaver, Braxton Billmeyer, Liam Nichols, Landon Cross, Holden Schulenberg, Wesley Bowley, Bobby Springs, Malachi Goodwater, Ryan Adams, Eric Welk, Joe Hart, Trey Newman, and Carlos Chavez. Can we give a round of applause for those guys? We do have 3 awards we're going to hand out to our student athletes for the football team. Our first award will be our top defensive player. This individual led the team in tackles. He led the team in interceptions. He also broke 2 school records on the offensive side. He was first and second team All-State, first team All-Area wide receiver, second team All-Area DB, and All-PVC. Their top defensive player goes to Vinnie Greer. Our next award goes to our top offensive player. This individual broke 2 school records. He threw for 2,232 yards this past season. And from my research, he is one of the handful of quarterbacks in the area that has thrown for over 2,000 yards. He was first team All-PVC quarterback. He was All-Area honorable mention. He was All-State honorable mention. Our top offensive player goes to Landon Eversole. Our third award goes to, is our Paul Clovis Award. It's also kind of called the Trojan Valor Award. Mr. Clovis was the coach here at Hampshire High School. He was also the AD. He showed a lot of heart and soul as he put into this into the athletics here at Hampshire High School, and this individual shows a lot of hard work, determination, and grit on the football field, shows a lot of character, and he's a leader on and off the football field. He's a two-way starter on offense and defense. He was honorable mention, all area and all PVC, and our top Paul Clovis Award goes to Braxton Bill Meyer. And I also just want to thank all of our parents, our football moms, and all of our dads, and all the work they put in throughout this off season and during the season. There's a lot of good things happening here at Hampshire football, and we're going to continue to do the things that we need to do to be successful here. Our next awards will be coming out from the soccer team. Will Coach Hott please come up, please?
Good evening, I'm Robert Hott, head boys soccer coach here at Hampshire High School. Now hopefully you'll hear this multiple times tonight, but the theme for tonight is short and sweet. We're trying to get you through here and get you out of here as fast as we can. First, I want to thank Trey and all the administration here at Hampshire High School for all the behind-the-scenes work that they do to make our seasons a success. Also like to thank all the parents out there for adjusting their schedules to meet our demanding practice and game schedules, and getting the players to and from all those practices, all those games, volunteering for concessions and gates, and getting your student athletes to and from the school, especially since my work schedule demands the late practices every single day. Also, I'd like to thank my assistants, Coach Darren and Coach Brady, for all the countless things they do and for keeping things in order when I can't get here exactly in time because work keeps me late. Also, I'd like to thank, also like to thank my wife for being supportive, even though at other times she may not want to be. Although we didn't win as many games as we would have liked this year, it was still a tremendous season for growth within our program. We still finished second in the PVC through the continued dedication and commitment of all these student athletes that we have. Our team was plagued with some tremendous injuries this year, which I've never seen in my entire career as a soccer coach, from teeth being dislodged to broken arms to facial fractures, but our team still persevered through all those injuries. We're even able to get every senior to score a goal this season. We continue to push for strong work ethic, practice as well as in games, and to work towards a team-first mentality. With this concept, accomplishing team goals over personal goals has shown will result in a more successful team. One of our goals is always to capture a win against one of the dominating Eastern Panhandle schools. And this year we captured that win against Hedgesville at home. Two of our losses this season came from this year's AA state runners-up East Fairmont, and they were a battle that we had to get through to get out of our section to even get to states. So it was very good for our program to watch that team then go on to states, although they lost 2-1 in the state tournament. With an average ball possession of 53% this season, our offensive opportunities continue to grow. And our JV program is very productive over the last few seasons. This year, at the end of the season, we pulled off a tie against a very strong Mountain Ridge team, and that's pretty difficult to do, but the JV team was able to hold off and end that with a tie. So we're very excited to see what the future holds at Hampshire High School boys soccer. With that, I'm going to read out our varsity 11 this year, so if you're here, please stand up and then hold your round of applause to the very end. Seniors, Colin Hall, Adrian Litchfield, Aiden Lloyd, Caleb Myers, Carter Piles, Bryson Richardson, Trenton Timbrough, Juniors, Desmond Darty, Jackson Frazier, Braden Hott, Peyton Millison, Branson Moore, and sophomores, Christopher Downs, Trevor Fry, Colton King, Marcus McBride, Ben Riggleman, Channing Wilt, and Aiden Wright. Get those guys around the table. Our first award that we'll give out tonight is the Defensive Player of the Year. Creating a strong defensive front allows our team to be more successful offensively. My coaching philosophy has always been to build a strong foundation from the defensive end to keep all the ball as far away from goal scoring opportunities as possible. The recipient of this year's award is one of those players who works tremendously hard every game, remains calm, and makes very smart decisions, all while mostly going unnoticed by fans watching the game. If it were not for his cool, calm demeanor in the backfield, this season could have looked much different for us. This athlete also averaged 71 minutes per game. And if you've ever watched a soccer match, 71 minutes on the field can be a long time. We're proud to announce the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year, Mr. Jackson Frazier. And for our Offensive Player of the Year, this student athlete played in all matches this season, and he also averaged 71 minutes per game. If anyone has ever came to or watched the Hampshire boys soccer, they have definitely seen the explosive speed of this athlete. He was clearly that athlete that every team was man-marking this season to keep him from reaching the back of the net. Sorry for their luck, but however, this athlete still tallied 19 goals in the season and 6 assists, which equates to him accounting for 25 of our team's 39 total goals this season. He had 3 hat tricks in scoring. I believe his best performance this season was against Frankfurt, where he had 1 goal, 5 tackles, and 2 steals, which is a very well-rounded experience on the field. This athlete was also named All-PPC Player of the Year and All-Area Second Team. We're proud to announce the 2024 Offensive Player of the Year for the 2nd year in a row, Mr. Trenton Timbrook. The next award is a coach's award. As coaches, we look for players that put the team first and mirror that vision that is in place within our soccer system. As I said last year, this award is getting more and more difficult each year in selecting just one person. That's to the players, what they're doing for us on the team. This athlete worked himself into a starting position on our team this year. He had a consistent dedication to always making the team better and always had words of encouragement for his teammates. Even when he was on the sideline, he was still one of the biggest cheerleaders that we had. This athlete averaged 67 minutes per game for us, all while kicking for the football team all season during the week as well. We're honored to announce the 2024 Coaches Award winner, Mr. Bryson Richardson. If we could have just had him all 4 years. This year's most valuable player, our MVP this year, played in all games this season, and he averaged 74 minutes per match. If you've ever been to any of the Hampshire soccer matches, there is no doubt you've heard his voice on the field. This athlete had to play in many different spots this season and had many different roles on the team, but he still was able to score 3 goals and had 5 assists. He led the team in tackles with 79 and finished second in steals with 21. The true testament to his work ethic came from this athlete's performance in our sectional win against Petersburg, where he was a menace in the midfield, scored 1 goal, adding an assist, but he also logged 10 tackles and 1 steal on the field. This athlete was also named to the All-PBC team. We're honored to announce our 2024 Most Valuable Player, Mr. Carter Piles. Up next will be women's soccer.
It's fine. It's kind of focus.
I get it.
It's also not good stuff.
All right, thank you. First off, I want to thank the parents, also Zamara, Rachel, Denise, Kristen Jr. for all the help that they provided me throughout the whole season. They took a lot of weight off my shoulders as a head coach, and they just took on any task that I asked them, and I didn't have to worry about it after that. So thank you guys so much. This year we had one of the largest teams that we've had in the last previous years, with 31 total players and 9 of them making up seniors. Our Leathermen are Jaylee Dixon, Sophie Brake, Alexa Carr, Bella Hoshert, Nevaeh Church, Natalie Sines, Bailey Seville, Colleen Hott, Linnea Clark, Mackenzie Sullivan, Maggie Brake, Della Knight, Kaylee Lloyd, Madison Howe, Sarah Faga, Evelette Lease, Julian Thomas, Alyssa Solomon, and Claire Hibbs. Before I start with the awards, I just want to give a few honorable mentions to Bella Hoshert for all of the progress that she has made the past 4 years and continuing her playing career in college. Also, Alexa Carr with personal growth just as a person over the last 4 years to become the person she is now. And Jaylee Dixon for having the most scored goals in our whole season. The most solid unit we had was our defensive line. Players had to be conditioned, can communicate well, and know the formation in order to support each other. 2 of these players demonstrated these skills while also supporting or exceeding expectations. Because of this, I had to break up the defensive player in the year into 2. So we have co-defensive player of the years. First one goes to Natalie Sines. And our second one goes to Colleen Hott. Next, we have the most improved. She came into her freshman year knowing that there was a very good upperclassman in the position she was battling for the spot for. Along the battling to earn the varsity spot, she had to improve physically and along with interpersonal communication skills to become the quarterback of the team. Once she earned the varsity spot, she was determined to keep improving to make herself better. This position is not rewarding at all. If anything, this person walks into a position knowing that they are going to fail. Because they know no matter what they do, inevitably they are going to get scored on. In this position, you pretty much say to the rest of your team, don't worry, I know you did everything you do to not let the ball go past you. Don't worry, I have your back and I'll be that last line of defense for you. And this award goes to Maggie Brake. Okay, last we have the MVP. I knew this person was going to receive MVP for a very long time. In the off season, she was in the weight room almost every day, along with joining a travel league team. When I put her on the field, I had no concerns that she'll be able to meet expectations and support her teammates. She blocked 10 goals, either a 1v1 or getting behind our goalie to prevent a goal from being scored. And that would be Sarah Faga. Thank you, and now we have cross country.
Good evening. My name is Bill Lips. I'm the head cross-country coach, and to my left is my assistant, Hannah Lips. I'd like to begin on behalf of Hannah and I to say thank you to Mrs. Haynes, Mr. Walker, and Gina Millison for all the work they do here at the school and help us with our season. I'd like to thank our parents. The season would not get off the ground without any of our parents and all that they do. Sorry, I don't have my glasses. I want to say thank you to Dan Dawson and Allie Judy for the work they did this year. Thank you to Dan Dawson and Allie Judy for the work they did on the course this year and keeping it safe, keeping it smooth for the athletes. And I want to give a big thanks to our lovable athletic director, Mr. Stewart, and all the time and effort he put in helping us set up and tear down our course for our meets. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Hannah to read the awards.
So I'm going to start with our letter winners, and for the girls, it was Bailey Nichols, Piper Dawson, Evelyn Bauer, Michaela Orndorff, Addison Ritz, and then for the boys, it was Wyatt Thorne, Adrian Snap, Jack Dykes, Ethan Richmond, Richard Hudson, and Chase Hochard. So those are the numbers. So the cross-country teams of 2024 finished their year with a 5th place finish at the regionals meet for the boys and a 3rd place finish for the girls. The girls once again proved the moderators of the website RunWV wrong for not recognizing Hampshire as a team for contention to qualify for the state meet. So we're going to give out 3 awards for both genders that are recognized this year. The most valuable runner, our top runner, and our heart awards. So first, our most valuable runner. This award recognizes the runner whose results were above their previous season, resulting in higher places for the team than projected. For the girls, this year's girls MVP captured the attention of several coaches at local teams due to her drop in times by nearly 5 minutes from her 2023 season. She received all PBC honors, finishing 9th, and all region honors, finishing 8th, and finished 24th at the state meet, where she ran her PR of 22:12. 5 minutes and 38 seconds faster than her 2023 time on the same course. Her all-region honors, where she ran 4 minutes faster, were the difference in the 6-point lower score than the 4th place team and securing the team's place in the state meet. For her success, Piper Dawson is the 2024 FC MVP.
Well, they certainly wouldn't know you ran faster this year. So you're excellent.
All right, and for our boys, this year's boys, and we are constantly worked through paying to achieve his finishes. He was consistent with his finishes and a strong run at the Stonewall Jackson Invitational. He nearly catapulted his team to a first place finish, but still accomplished a well-earned second. For his efforts, Adrian Schnepp is the 2024 XC Boys Most Valuable Award. All right, next award is our Top Runner Award. This award recognizes the runner who places highest in the races during the season, whose work ethic is strong and by its nature very quietly executed, inspires and leads the team through workouts and races. So this year's girls top runner, as in the past 2 years, impressed with her finishes. 6th in the competitive Autumn Classic, a victory at the Stonewall Jackson Invite, 6th at the Cumberland Area XC Championships, 5th at the Coach Charlie Invite, all PVC and all regional honors, finishing 3rd and 2nd, respectively, and 13th at the West Virginia State Meet, garnering all state honors and being the only second girl to do so in the last 15 years. Her commitment and strength, both physical and mental, has been unmatched in recent years by any runner. For her success and quiet leadership, Bailey Nichols is this year's girls top runner. This year's boys never finished outside of the top 10 during the regular season, finishing 7th in the competitive Autumn Classic, a victory at the Stonewall Jackson Invite, 8th at the Frankfurt Invite, 8th at the Cumberland Area XC Championships, 2nd at the Fall Clovis, 5th at the Coach Charlie Invite, all PVC and all regional honors, finishing 7th and 2nd, and 13th at the West Virginia State Meet, receiving all state honors, also being the second all-state boys runner in the last 25 years. For his success, Wyatt Thorne is this year's top runner. And finally, our Heart Award. This award goes to the runners who go above and beyond their ability, not only running, but also contributing to the success of the team and attitude and growth of the team. Their hard work and devotion are recognized not only by the coaches, but their teammates as well. So I'm going to start with the boys for this one. This runner's running will never win a prize for drawing attention as a fluid stride, but his never give up attitude in both practices and meets is unmatched and is contagious. He has yet to reach his potential, and with his approach, will reach it in his final seasons with no doubt. For his efforts, Jack Dice is the recipient of the Boys XC Heart Award. And now for our girls. Our girls team began the season with just 3 girls. Their leader never gave up on a full team, though, and by the end of the first week of August had attracted a 4th participant. A participant whose can-do attitude was all that was needed to bring in the 5th runner by the 1st of September, and setting the tone for a team who was ignored going into regionals, and again proving that Hampshire runners can never be underestimated. Evelyn Bauer for not giving up on the full team, and Michaela Orndorff and Addison Ritz, who never ran cross country before, for sticking with the season, and the 3 showing the largest of hearts. So all 3 of those girls got it. Evelyn, Howard, Addison Fritz, and Michaela Orndorff, sorry. And so all three of you come up, racing into the state meet only with 3 seconds. And that's all for us, so thank you. Next up is volleyball.
Good evening, and thanks to all for joining us and celebrating our programs and athletes. Without all of the people in this room, none of what we all love to do would be possible, so we thank you. Like others, I'd like to begin by showing some appreciation. First, to our collective athletic department for working together and supporting each other in the best interests of our athletes. We share many players, as well as our facilities, and I value the effort that goes into making schedules that work for everybody most of the time. The parents for the sacrifices to their sanity, family time, and their wallets, not to mention their work in concession stands, ticket dates, and fundraising. And to the athletes for working above and beyond the duties of an average teenager. I'd also like to recognize the ladies on the stage with me for their support and energy that they bring to our team. Our players appreciate your dedication, and I certainly am thankful to have positive, supportive, knowledgeable, and motivated minds in our corner. Last but certainly not least, Peyton Van Meter and Rowan Shockey for being our tried and true line judges. It's not an easy job, and especially not an easy job for a high school kid, so we appreciate you, Peyton. And all of those who stepped up in their absence, we appreciate you. Next, we'll recognize the season participants and lettermen. Please stand when called. This year's participants are freshmen, are Hannah Lockhart, Erica Call, Autumn Charlton, Maya Heischman, Scarlett Garrett, Grace Barker, Lila Eversole, Amelia Garrett, Kensley Connell, Natalie Roberts, and Isabella Mathias. Our sophomore participants are Paige Gunther, Lacey Eaton, McKenna Price, Haley Michael, and Brooklyn Claboon. Our lettermen this year, freshman Kendall Stewart, sophomores Ava Gray and Olivia Nichols, juniors Lexus Wetzel, Maddie C., Lainey Stewart, Summer Giffen, and Heisman Kinder, and our seniors Olivia Baxter, Cora McBride, Addie Brill, and Sarah Pam. I'd like to quickly thank our seniors for giving an incredible amount of themselves to our volleyball program throughout their careers. They've been major factors in our success during the time that we've been lucky enough to call them ours. We weren't the last team standing at the end of the season, which is always disappointing. However, I can say with certainty that we showed up to every party putting on a fight. Without reservation, I know that every team that pulled our card knew they would have to perform at their highest to outlast us. Our season ultimately ended in the regional playoffs by the hand of the eventual state champs, who we battled with not once, but twice this season. These ladies are well respected throughout the state and continue to build a culture of competitiveness and success year in and year out. In the spirit of brevity and without further ado, we'll begin with our awards. The first is one that most of you probably wish you could have made bets on coming into this evening. I doubt it's going to be a huge surprise to anybody in the room. The Defensive Player of the Year goes to a young lady who again this season towered all others in her defensive statistics. Not only did she triple the number of digs of many of her teammates, she was one of our top servers, and outside of our setters, was the leader in assists. Her performances were not only noticed by our competition, but counted on by her teammates. Her defense was actually the key to our offense. On our team, her competitive nature reigned supreme, And even in practice, she was always laser focused and working hard to win. She was named All PBC this season and was invited to play in the North-South volleyball game. Our Defensive Player of the Year, again, Addie Burke. Next is our Offensive Player of the Year. This young lady had a rough introduction to high school volleyball. You wouldn't necessarily know it by the way she tosses weights around in the weight room or how she carries herself now, but she came to us as a pretty small little thing. As a freshman, she was put into a major role as a middle blocker because although she still had noodle arms at the time, she also had springs for legs and a locked-in, determined mentality. This past season, we asked her to step out of her comfort zone and take on an even larger role as an outside hitter. Her only reservation was whether she would be able to do enough in that position to help her team, and whether somebody else might be more effective than she could be. Very team-first mindset. These thoughts and feelings come from the hitter, who surpassed any other hitter on our team by 75 kills. She brought with her a quick front row defense and a formidable serve. Both were also new full-time responsibilities for her. She was All-State Honorable Mention this season. She sums up sweet and scary, all in one little muscle-bound package. Our Offensive Player of the Year, Sarah Pan. Our final award of the evening is our Most Valuable Player. The player receiving this award doesn't always have complete trust in herself. Sometimes she doesn't realize how contagious her positive energy can be on the court. Often, she doesn't understand how impactful she is for our team. She has impressive stats and blocks and service points, and she was barely edged out of being in the top 3 for defensive digs. She was 3rd in aces, 2nd in kills, and the leader in assists. If you've been keeping track, that checks off all of our statistical categories, every single one of them, which is not easy to do. She gets no rest and has to change her mindset when she moves from the front row to the back row because she plays a completely different position. She's a southpaw hammer, who had to give that away. Southpaw hammer who had to learn mostly through verbal instructions, since none of us are left-handed. And it may look really smooth these days, but it was not always that way. By the end of our season, she was battered and worn out and had to keep going because we just were not the same team without her. She is lovely, she's goofy, and she is fierce. This year's Most Valuable Player is Heisley Hyder. She's also known as Hazley Keeter everywhere else outside Hampshire County. If you hear that, that's who she's talking about. And next to the stage will be our golf coach, Chad Van Meter.
Good evening. I'm Chad Van Meter. I'm the head golf coach here in Hampshire, the assistant golf coach here in Hampshire, and the assistant to the assistant golf coach here in Hampshire. I would say probably a lot of you didn't even know we had a golf team here in Hampshire. But we had a group of 10 guys that worked together and put it together and made history here at Hampshire High School. Our team was the first team to make the state tournament, and I'm super proud of these guys. Some thank yous. I want to thank my wife and family for all the support that they give me, and Coach Trey for all that he does, scheduling the vehicle for us, and making sure everything's in order. appreciate all he does. And Jeannie down there that always keeps me straight with the purchase orders and getting the credit card and making sure that we're organized and ready to go. I want to call my letterman tonight. Start with our freshman, Briar Rickman. Sophomores, Landon Ludwig, Peyton Van Meter. Juniors, Parker Charlton, Braden Hott, Brody Travis. And our seniors, Tanner Ansel, Cyrus Cheney, and Trenton Timbrook. Let's give them a round of applause. I have 4 awards I'm going to give out tonight to 4 different individuals that all 4 qualified for our state tournament. The first award is the Coach's Award. And this goes to a young man that came to me last year and said, Coach Van Meter, I think I want to try golf. I said, okay. He said, but I don't care if I play in a match. He said, I just want to practice. I said, oh, okay. Well, after I think the second practice, he said, I think I might want to play in a match. And this young man has worked very hard to get better each and every day. He's getting better even now. And I'm just anxious to see what kind of season he has for us next year. And our Coach's Award goes to Parker Charlton. Our next award, we call it the Most Consistent Award. In golf, you try to be as consistent as you can be, and sometimes that's difficult. But this young man, every time he came in, we would say, how'd you do? And he'd be like, I did okay, I guess. And he would always end up first, second, or third, it seemed like. And this year's Most Consistent goes to Braden Hott. Next award is our Most Improved Award. This young man, I think he's only been playing for about 3 years. And I'd say 3/4 of those 3 years I've been with him every time he's been out on the golf course. He's our second leading golfer this year in terms of points. He was part of the All-PVC team as well. And did a real nice job for us, and that is Landon Ludwig. I did forget one other thank you, and I want to thank Joey Charlton and Nathan Travis for helping me with the qualifiers among the teams, so thank you guys for that. One more award, and it's our Top Golfer Award. He was number 1 for us in terms of points, scoring average. In our 18 matches, he was in the top 3 in 10 of them. He was the PVC champion, finished 3rd overall in a regional tournament of over 40 golfers. At the state meet, he finished 14th out of 40 golfers at the state tournament. I know he works hard because I'm with him about 99% of the time. So our top golfer goes to Peyton Van Meter. think I'm turning it over to Cheer with Miss Meadows.
Hey guys, just one more reminder for all athletes, do not forget to visit the Letterman's table over here without, getting home. It helps clean up things and everybody's not bombarded in the office during the school day. So if you're here, your letter, please go visit the white table. Thank you.
Good evening. We are here tonight to celebrate the incredible achievements, dedication, and spirit of our amazing athletes. For cheer, this has been a year of triumph and growth. Our cheerleaders have demonstrated endless hours of practice and hard work. Unwavering dedication, commitment, resilience, perseverance, exceptional teamwork, and sportsmanship. Whether it was mastering a new routine, supporting our school teams, or shining in competitions, they have made us extremely proud. And behind every successful team are dedicated individuals. We want to take a moment to thank our parents and families for their unwavering support and encouragement, our school and community for their continued belief in our cheerleaders. We're going to start by recognizing our lettermen for the fall and winter seasons. For fall, Sierra Berg, Julie Boyles, Izzy Dow, Lily Frank, Becca Lockhart, Destiny Scarlett, and Peyton Thorne. For winter, Julie Boyles, Izzy Dow, Lizzie Frank, Becca Lockhart, Destiny Scarlett, and Peyton Thorne.
Next, we want to recognize a young lady who has shown remarkable growth throughout the year. Improvement just doesn't happen overnight. It takes courage to step out of your comfort zone, patience to keep going when progress feels slow, and heart to show up with the intention to get better. That's exactly what this cheerleader did. This cheerleader has consistently pushed her limits, embraced challenges, and worked tirelessly to improve in all aspects of cheerleading. We've watched promotions get sharper, stunts get stronger, and confidence rise with every performance. More than that, we've seen her develop into a true teammate, supportive, dependable, and always willing to learn. The Most Improved Cheerleader Award this year goes to Miss Destiny Scarlett. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead. Okay, go ahead. The Most Determined Cheerleader Award isn't just about skill or routine being perfective. It's something about someone who shows up. Congratulations. Day after day, practice after practice, with unwavering dedication, has a fearless work ethic and a spirit that simply doesn't quit. This cheerleader is one who gives 110%, whether there's a crowd or not. The one who fights through sore muscles, tough days, and occasional setback with a smile, or at least with the strength to push through. She lifts not only her teammates into the air, but lifts spirits when morale is low. When others are tired, she still is giving it her all. When routines seem impossible, she is the first to say, let's run it again. The Most Determined Cheerleader Award goes to Miss Rebecca Lockhart. Finally, our most valuable cheerleader. This award represents more than just talent. It represents leadership, commitment, consistency, and heart. The most valuable cheerleader is someone who makes everyone around them better, on and off the mat. They're just not the backbone of the team, they're the heartbeat of the team. This cheerleader leads by example, whether it's mastering stunts, perfecting routines, or staying after practice to help a teammate. She shows us all what true dedication looks like. She doesn't chase after the spotlight, but somehow it always finds her because of her determination and the way she carries herself with humility, focus, and drive. She has been a role model for every one of us, demonstrating what true value lies just not in talent, but in character, was resilience and the ability to uplift others, and is the definition of passion. Our most valuable cheerleader award goes to Ms. Peyton Thorne. Next up is Ms. Westbrook.
Thank you. Very good.
While we're getting the picture, let's give another big shout out to Mr. Stewart, Ms. Millicent, Ms. Nesbitt, her kids, Ms. Windsor, her students. I'm gonna start out by giving some thanks here to all the guardians. Thank you for all your support all season long, all the fundraising, senior night, pre-game meals, the travel to the games, the late nights, the putting up with my procrastination, whatever it might be. Thank you for sharing your athletes with us and allowing us to watch over them and be in charge. Mason Nichols for being such a great statistician. That's an intense job, up-tempo job, especially with myself yelling. Sometimes not at her, but it sounded like at her, so I found myself apologizing a lot. Peyton Banmeter, Cyrus Cheney for all the stuff they do for both girls and boys at the table with the score and being the voice of the church. Man, that's huge, stepping up for us, and we're very grateful for you. TAA, Jeannie Middleton, Julie Landis, Amy Haynes, Trey Stewart for all your time and endless efforts to all of Coach High School Athletics. Coach Nichols and Coach Morris for all your time and the love that you give to our brand here at Hampshire. And that doesn't go without thanking Susie and Nicole, their lovely wives, for lending them to us for 6 months of the year at least. My parents for always being at games, showing your true love for the green and white. You're always sitting in the same spot. It's reassuring to look up and see you. My wife and kids, damn, every time, behind my back and always being there and letting me do what I love. Last year, community and student section. Man, what an atmosphere this year when you all were up, screaming, stomping on the bleachers. It had so much of an advantage for us in our community. It's great to see some of the old heads come back and get to talk to them after the game and get to root on the Trojans as if they were still here playing. So I'm going to add this. I always write it. It might be longer, might be shorter, I'm not sure. This year we had higher hopes than what we ended. We talked before the season and thought we could see 17-5, and it wasn't out of reach. I mean, we were right there. We were able to do it, but we ended at 12-10. But there were some high points in there. We had 3 games against Kaiser that we won. It's always good to beat Kaiser. We had a North Marion game here on a Thursday night, which was exciting. We hit a 3-pointer with less than 10 seconds to go to seal that victory. We turned around on a Tuesday and beat Robert C. Bird, who was 12-4 at the time. That was such an exciting time for our community to come and have a good Thursday and Tuesday night. Even though on paper it wasn't what we wanted, it was such a great team. It was such a fun team to have, a veteran team, a large group of seniors that have been in the program the whole time. Even though we had to run into Bridgeport and eventually lose to the state champs, it's such a season that we won't forget, and we hold dearly. So thank you. I'm going to go out the letterman again. Just stand. Please clap for them when we're finished. Andrew Lloyd, Matthew Medina, Liam Nichols, Carter Monroe, Bryson Richardson, Isaiah Thorpe, Trenton Timber, and Ethan Banmeter. So I have 4 awards. First, we're going to do the offensive award. This young man put in tons of hours in the offseason, many shots, and it showed. He wanted to get to his spot. He was finding where his spots were. With all the practice and repetition that he put in, again, you saw it on the court. When we needed a basket, he was able to produce. And a couple of moments that I was thinking of over the last couple of days. Our first game at Moorfield, we weren't playing like we should. First game in front of the school, nerves were there. We're down 23-22. And with about a 5-minute span at the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth, this gentleman hit 4 3-pointers and helped propel us at that point. From that point, we didn't look back. Petersburg, going back to his home roots, Grant County, ended with 23 points, 5 3-pointers, again, a huge third quarter that kind of propelled us forward in a tight game. The North Marion game that I was just speaking of, hit a 3-pointer in the corner there to put us up. And then he led us in 9 games overall scoring and tied for 2 other games. So essentially 11 out of 24 games he led us in scoring. As a member of the 2025 All-PVC team and honorable mention on both All-Area and All-State teams, I hope he keeps his shirt tucked in on this if it's tucked in. The reserve officials will call him out on it. The offense award goes to Mr. Ethan Van Meter.
Just the front's tucked in, right? I'll give you
Next is our defensive award.
Yeah, you sit right here, whatever you like, bud.
Didn't matter if we asked this guy to guard the quickest guy on the team, the best scorer on the team, regardless of who it was, size did not matter. There was no hesitation from this guy. If you were frequent in our games, you'd see him in the front of our press creating havoc. You'd see him in the back of our 1-3-1 helping to control the defense or the ball with our defense. And the tenacity, the grit, and the fire this kid would play with rubbed off on others. You would see him diving on the court, sprinting nonstop up and down, throwing his hands up to the crowd almost as much as his mom. It was exciting to watch this kid play, and I will say the maturity from him as a freshman through his senior year on the court was tremendous. And I couldn't be more proud of this. He is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year for us. Hopefully soon, and I'm not even saying hopefully, I know we're going to be cheering him on here with his speed and the quickness on the track for our first place or a few of those at the state track meet in Charleston. Your 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Mr. Trenton Timber. Third is our most valuable player. This kid was once a very timid freshman, and then he became a silent operator for us as a senior, is what name I just made up. When talking to Coach Nichols about him and trying to gather some things in just conversation, Nichols stated 2 things that stuck out. This young man grew into himself as a sophomore and never looked back. As well as the offseason going into his junior year, he got a rebound off to the rim, and I knew he arrived ability-wise. From his junior year to his senior, he wanted to concentrate on basketball a little more, and that showed. He went from a 3.3 points per game his junior year to 9.2 his senior. His rebounds went up 1.5 a game, which led us for the season. You would find him playing at the rim most games against people bigger than him, and then you would see him playing a guard the next possession. He wasn't known for his threes, but at the end of the season, man, he came on, hit a lot of threes in some key moments that helped secure some victories for us. You wouldn't think it, but he's a quiet leader. If you know this gentleman, you know how quiet he is. But aside from his skills and athleticism, there was not one time where he didn't step up to the occasion of someone on the other team talking competitively. That's when he stepped up the most. And the best part is that some would say he's the best trash talker on the team, even though, or should I say, you probably would never hear him talking. Even though he's the hardest on himself, he was a positive teammate in the locker room. As a member of the 2025 All-PVC and as honorable mention on the All-Area team as well, Hampshire High School 2025 Boys Basketball MVP goes to Mr. Carter Monroe. And lastly is our Exemplary Children Award. Exemplary is an award used to describe one who is a desirable model, representing the best of its kind. It's how we represent ourselves, our teammates, our school, and our family that is most emphasized and important to our program. This year's recipient is most certainly that, a desirable model. I would have no problem asking them to babysit my kids. I would be stress-free and confident that everything went well. He's going to be a great husband and father one day. The type of character, he genuinely cares for others, and we all hope our kids are like this one day. Just a few quick things about him. There was 2 moments this year. He's always asking how your family is, how's the kids, how's your wife. But he came up to me, and I know there's other kids in on this, but they asked if they could get my son Lennox tickets to a Wizards basketball game, and they knew his favorite player was in town that night. So they got us a gift, and Lennox was able to go see his favorite player. It wasn't too much longer. He asked if he could take Lennox over to get ice cream for his birthday. So the kids, the team, took him over to get ice cream. And that's the stuff that we as coaches are like grateful for, and that it's a privilege to be a part of something like that. He's always looking to help out after games, practices. There was one night, probably almost midnight, Mr. Stewart and I were trying to put LED lights up in these rafters, and he's sitting there trying to help us, just standing there trying to hand us stuff, make sure we got what we need. It was after that shot that Ethan hit down here. They went down, Isaiah, actually Liam chased down, got a rebound prior to that to help secure that win. Isaiah went down defense. The guy from North Marion missed the layup. We're all celebrating, even myself. If you look at the screen, Bryson's down there picking up the kid and helping him and asking him, good game, whatever you're saying, I don't know. But that's the type of person he is. He's a tremendous athlete, student, and member of community. If you've ever been to Biddy Buddy on Sundays, you see him helping his brother and his dad for years, whether it's reffing, coaching, or keeping the score table. On the court, you wouldn't expect a 6'5", or depending on the night, 6'7" guy, or 6'4". Making passes is how well he's on the court. His 15-footer and three-pointer was so smooth. At the end of the season, he got a little more confident with that, and he ended up shooting around 37% from deep. Just to speak of his agile state, and maybe we'll get to see it later when he comes up and talk, he can do a split at 6'5". So if we cheer him on, maybe he'll do that for us. The Hampshire High School 2025 Boys Basketball Exemplary Trojan Award goes to Mr. Bryson Richardson. Next up will be Coach Richardson with girls basketball.
To echo what's been said, I want to thank our administrative team, Mrs. Haynes, who's always in support of athletics, always stays ready for iPad to get any event that might be going on around Hampshire's campus. Mrs. Landis and Coach Alkire for all their support of our program. Mr. Stewart here continues to ensure that our coaches, athletes, and facilities are all operating at a high level. I want to thank our parents for food and drink being provided, concessions, transportation, senior night, a 48-hour heads up that we're going to go stay at the Greenbrier for 3 nights, 48 hours, and the whole team responded. So I was really impressed with that. You allowed these girls to have really cool experiences, and for that it was a really good and memorable season, and we had a lot of fun. I want to thank my assistant coach, Ethan Smith, a 16-2 JV season, and it slightly tells the story of what he brings to our program. Countless hours of studying game film, practice film, bringing intensity to practice, setting the tone for our kids, all contribute to our success. So for that, thank you very much. And then finally, I want to thank my wife Lucy and daughter Josephine. If we were to tally up how many hours the past year that we were in this gym together, it'd probably be scary. But it makes it cool because we get to do it together. So even if it took a late night Bluey episode to get us through the game, to get us home all right, you're always down for it. You support me in this thing, and for that, I'm very thankful. Varsity letters for this year. Stand up as your name's called, please. Ava Call, Liv Baxter, Bree Cosner, Della Knight, Natalie Sines, Nevaeh Litchfield, Jaylee Dixon, McKinley Schaefer, Kendall Stewart, Bella Mathias, Brooklyn Cladoon, and Bree Cosner. Going into this year, I was not sure what to expect because 8 of our 13 varsity members had never played a minute of varsity basketball. So we were going in with a very inexperienced young team, and those players responded exceptionally well. Our identity was being a big and strong physical team, and at times we were really able to enforce our will. We averaged around 15.5 offensive rebounds a game, and that's really just due to how big and strong that we were, to be honest with you. We were about the biggest team no matter what gym we walked into. And a lot of that is contributed to the off-season weight room. A lot of effort put in to be that rebounding team. But that aside, the girls can tell you that playing basketball is only part of what I ask of them. We expect Bitty Buddy, parades, Christmas present giveaways, putting tables and desks together at South Branch, goal ball at the Deaf and Blind School. No matter what endeavor that we find ourselves doing, we're active and we're way beyond these gym walls. And for that, they always go at it with a very positive attitude and have a lot of fun with it. So much fun that they told me they can't wait to put together even more desks and chairs at the new school that we'll be doing next year. So it was a fun year, an important year for our program, and I'm excited to see what's to come. Our individual award is the Defensive Player of the Year. First individual award is the Defensive Player of the Year. Our program is largely founded on defense. We once again allowed less than 40 points a game all year, and it's a large part of this young lady. She's always tasked with guarding the other team's best player, most of the time in the full court system, and has done this incredibly well. The first thing that you may notice when she walks on the floor and up on stage is her height, but once the ball tips off, she makes it believe you're going to be pretty quick. This is her second year winning this award. Her speed and intensity can be dominating, absolutely taking over a game. She'll battle to the bitter end, and no matter the score situation, we're lucky enough to get her back for another season to wreak havoc on our opponents. So with that being said, the Defensive Player of the Year is Miss Ava Call. Next is our Offensive Player of the Year. This player had the ability of completely taking over games and can score at absolute will when she has it going. What is notable about her is the quiet efficiency that she shows. She shot 49% from 2, 44% from 3, and 79% from the free throw line. She was an all-area selection, and if you know anything about our area in girls basketball, it is absolutely loaded from here to Cumberland with all kinds of great athletes, and she made all-area as a sophomore. And it's worth noting that this young lady missed her entire freshman year due to injury. And despite missing games this year, she still managed to score 237 points as only a sophomore, which ranked second on our team. With no high school level experience, her ability to dominate was unbelievably impressive, and the demeanor in which she carries herself is what stands out about her. Whether she smacks the floor, whether she throws a fist pump to the crowd, or she's politely telling the other team that they may or may not be able to guard her. She stays ready, and she's just getting started. Fortunately for us, she still has 2 more years to go. She had knee surgery about 24 hours ago, and she's here tonight if that tells you anything about her. Bree is the Offensive Player of the Year, Miss Bree Cosner. Now's our most valuable player. If you watched us play at any point this season, this young lady's value to our team would have been easy to see. 287 points, 151 rebounds, and 59 steals. Doesn't tell the story, then it's being voted a unanimous team captain by her teammates at the start of the season. She lives for the big time moments. She scored 23 points in about 2.5 quarters in a playoff game. 23 points in 2.5 quarters. She has multiple 20-point double-double games throughout her career. All state, all area, all conference, you name it. Her accolades just keep adding up, and I don't feel that they're going to slow down anytime soon. Aside from all that, she's our clear leader in the locker room, always ready to lead every team break, take on anything else that I throw at her. So coachable, always laughing, keeping people competing, and more comfortable with themselves. She's already been back at it and practicing lifting weights, and I don't think anybody wants to be in her way on the basketball floor or soccer field next year, because I think she absolutely has something to prove, and she's going to do that in every form of the way. This kind of kid doesn't come around very often, and I highly encourage you to get out and see this athlete next season at some point, because she is truly more than that, only comes through every 7 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the most valuable player is Miss Della Knight. The last award is the most prestigious in the Hampshire girls basketball program, the one that we call the Legacy Award. Izzy Bloomquist is the first member of this, will be inducted next September. The winner of this has left an impact on our program, and their legacy will be celebrated and recognized for years to come by their name hanging on a plaque that is in our locker room as legacy members of the Hampshire girls basketball team. This young lady embodies literally every single thing we ask our girls to stand for. From on the court, off the court, being a good teammate, to a number of questions that she set the right example. As a player, she's the best offensive rebounder that I've ever gotten to coach. She averages almost 4 a game for her entire career. Her engine never stops, and whether it was diving into the crowd to keep the play alive, stepping out to half court to guard ball handlers, battling the biggest, strongest girl on the floor, she always did everything that she had. The toughest and hardest worker, and always did so with a smile. We go on and on about this lady, from her impressive weightlifting numbers to the all-conference recognition, the teammate that she's been, but you truly had to be there to watch her to see how valuable she was to our team. The season before last, we had a JV player come to me and ask how she could get more playing time. She came and she was like, "Coach, practice what I need to do." So I go through the normal run-of-the-mill coach stuff, talking about being coachable, working hard, being a good person, not just in the gym, but in the hallways, and just kind of went through the typical coach thing. And the young lady replied, "So I just need to be more like Matt." That's a legacy left behind if I've ever seen one. So I'm thankful for this kid. I'm dearly going to miss this kid. Ladies and gentlemen, the Legacy Award goes to Miss Natalie Simon. I just want everybody to take a second to look around, look at how many people are in the gym, look at how this place looks, and just the strides that have been taken here. I went to school here 8 years ago as a student, and the changes that have been taking place, obviously spearheaded by our administrative team, Mr. Stewart, are amazing. I don't think they're going to slow down anytime soon. If anything, they're going to ramp up. I'm really appreciative for all of you. Thank you.
All right, first off, I want to thank everybody that actually helped us with wrestling this year. And I'm going to read off our letter. And it is Ethan Moyer, Cameron Roy, David Ramey, Jacob Sowers, Landon Cross, Peyton Miller, Connor Golf, Cam Ferris, and Rose Hicks. And our first award goes to our Rookie of the Year. The kid was a freshman. He came in and he wrestled kids and beat 11th graders. And he was a pretty tough kid, but he actually only weighed 136 pounds. He wrestled at 144. And he ended up winning 9 matches all year. And this goes to Ethan Moore. When I first came this year to actually help with wrestling, Coach Trey, he said, we need somebody to actually be a wrestling coach. And we were in playoffs in football, and it was a week late, but I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Because my kids had wrestled before, and youth, and all the way up until 8th grade. So I ended up saying yes. And when I came in, there was a kid that could be a wrestling coach himself, and he's really solid. He knows a lot about wrestling, and I remember one time this year he had to go to Morgantown to get his elbow checked out, and on the way up there he was talking to his dad. He said, Dad, tonight when we wrestle Moorfield, I think I want to wrestle up. I want to wrestle a kid who is 144 pounds. He ranked like 7th in the state. So then when we got to the match that night, he came up to me and he said, Coach, I want to wrestle 144. Well, the whole time the Moorfield coach was over bragging up his son, saying, hey, my son just came out of a tournament. He won 6 matches in a row and won it all. He's 44 and something. He's only lost 3 matches all year. And he's like, who wrestles at y'all's 144? And I said, well, Ethan Moyer, my freshman. Never told him about Ross Hicks. So then Ross wrestled him that night and tech balled. And Ross said, I told you. So Ross Hicks is our most outstanding wrestler. If you come up.
Who is it? Who is it? Oh, it's Ross Hicks.
First off, I'd like to thank Coach Fleming for stepping up last minute and taking over the wrestling program here at Hampshire Sports this year. And he did an amazing job, and I was lucky enough to be his volunteer/assistant coach. Sports are very analytical nowadays and very statistically driven in a lot of those things. But this next award I'm giving away is the Odom Award. And Zach Odom is a kid that I went to school with and wrestled with my whole life. And it means a lot to me to be able to give it away. Zach wasn't analytical or statistical. He simply just won. You know, he was a kid, no matter how the meet was going, the match was going, you could trust him to win and turn the tide for Hampshire, right? Every single time. It was just lock and key, guaranteed. And one thing I've learned as a coach is all these kids trust you to put the right player on the mat, the court, the field, whatever you might be playing. But every once in a while there comes along a student athlete that you can put your trust in, and you just feel great about leading the way for your team. I can trust this kid to remind me to get the weighing sheets. I can trust this kid to lead practice, to be in the weight room before practice starts, to be in the weight room after practice starts. I can trust this kid to watch my house, my dogs, kids if I have them. It doesn't matter. You can trust this kid with anything. And that's what the Odom Award is all about. So once again, Mr. Ross Hicks.
Hey, I want to thank Cam for helping me. If I had any questions all year, he helped me. And I want to also thank my son Colton Fleming because he went to every tournament, every match, everything, and did my books for me. So thank you. And next is swimming and Mr. Miller.
Look at him, red and white.
Trey just said we dress like Christmas.
But I did.
Not sure why we did that. Well, I wore green because, it's the right thing to do. We have to wear a lot of green this week, right? There's too many things going on. I hope everyone's enjoying the evening as we recognize all the efforts and accomplishments of our athletes. Lindsay and I are the swim coaches, and this year we had several new swimmers, which having new swimmers, also means they don't know how to swim. So throwing them in the pool not knowing how to swim is kind of scary, and we rely on some of our more experienced swimmers for that. So it's kind of interesting. We also have 6 seniors. So a large part of our swim program is graduating this week. But we hope to continue to grow it. It's the biggest the swim team's been in several years. So that was exciting. First of all, Lindsay and I want to thank our swimmers. Their hard work and dedication is inspiring to us. Our practices push them physically and mentally, and they always rise to meet our expectations. They're always pushing each other and encouraging each other, which is something as a coach that you want to see. And coaching these athletes, as other coaches have said, isn't just about growing them as athletes and making them the best swimmers. It's also about growing them into amazing humans. The 6 seniors that are graduating this week are definitely all amazing humans. They've done great things in swim and in other sports, and they do great things outside the pool and off the court. I can say the same thing about the rest of our swim team as well. 2 of our swimmers had the opportunity, well, I would say opportunity. They got coerced into doing the indoor triathlon at the wellness center, and they were mad because they had to run for 20 minutes. They wanted to swim for 20 minutes, and the swim part was only 10 minutes. Paige Boyd was the #1 female as far as the number of laps that she did in 10 minutes, and there was only one guy who beat her. And Randy Joe was 3rd overall in the number of laps that they did. So that was kind of exciting. We also want to thank our parents. Our practice schedule is dictated by when the pool's available at the wellness center. So we practice late, it's in the winter, it's cold. So late night pickups and all that kind of stuff. We also started something where we do team dinners on Friday nights when we have a meet on Saturday. They step up and prepare those meals for us. We want to thank Trey for his support, because this is, one of those teams he has that really does not bring much to the table as far as finances, because we don't swim here for meets. We rarely have spectators from here other than parents and a few friends that decide to show up. We also want to thank the TAA because they do help us in paying for the renting of the pool. We're lucky that we have a pool close that we can practice at, but obviously that's not free. We are very fortunate to have that support. We also would like to thank the 5 ladies who competed for Lady Trojan this past year: Colleen, Randy Joe, Morgan, Olivia, and Alexa, because their hard work and their family's hard work brought a lot of money to the table for the athletic program, and for that we're grateful. We have some awards that we are going to get out now.
All right, so first off, let's start with acknowledging our lettermen for this year. Please stand up as I call your name. Seniors: Alexis DeZerga, Delaney McNeilis, Carter Piles, Jalissa Smith, Paige Boyd, and Randy Joe Wolford. Juniors, Alyssa Delorier, Catherine Hardin, Kalia Heron, and Ariel Smith. Sophomores, Summer Haynes, Marcus McBride, Michaela Orndorff, and Addison Ritz, and freshman Hannah Marshall. Sorry if I repeat anything, but we really feel this way, so it's easy to get carried away. So before we get to the awards, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the dedication, the grit, and the sheer talent of every single member of this team. Swimming isn't just about individual performance, it's about pushing each other, cheering each other on, and supporting each other through every grueling practice and every exhilarating race. And this team has embodied that spirit all season long. From the after-school practices to the late-night meets, you've all shown a commitment that makes us proud. You faced challenges head-on, celebrated victories together, and learned valuable lessons from every experience. You've grown not only as athletes, but as individuals, and that's something truly special. Tonight, we are going to recognize some outstanding achievements with a few special awards. And these awards are meant to reflect the diverse talents and contributions that make our team so successful. So first, we have our Rookie of the Year Award, which celebrates a new swimmer who has made an immediate and significant impact on our team. This swimmer has shown exceptional talent, dedication, and a passion for the sport that inspires us all. This swimmer missed the first few weeks of practice due to the Italian exchange trip, but when she got back, she was full force. She was willing to do whatever was asked of her, and even asked to participate in the 500, the most grueling of events. Kalia Heron, please come forward. Next, we're going to present the All-Around Ace Award. This award goes to a swimmer who demonstrates incredible versatility and proficiency in all strokes. They're the swimmer who steps up to any challenge, excels in any event, and consistently contributes to the team's success in countless ways. Randy Jo Wolford is a third-year swimmer and co-captain of the team. She has willingly, most of the time, swam events that are difficult and challenging and has made incredible strides. Now we have an award that speaks to the heart of every swimmer's journey, the Just Keep Swimming Award. This award recognizes a swimmer who has shown remarkable perseverance, resilience, and a never-give-up attitude. This swimmer has the drive to be the best possible and pushes his teammates to do the same. And his attitude, whenever the girls have drama, is to just shut up and swim. Carter Piles is a third-year swimmer and has had the success of beating another team at one of our meets all in his own this year. Carter, come on up. Finally, we're going to honor a swimmer who embodies the spirit of going above and beyond with the Beyond the Lane Lines Award. This swimmer's contributions extend beyond their individual performances. They consistently go the extra mile for their teammates, demonstrating exceptional leadership, sportsmanship, and dedication to the team's overall success. Delaney McNeilis is a four-year swimmer, the only one that we have, and has shown incredible growth throughout the seasons. Her teammates would say that she is the heart of the team. Now on to baseball. I believe you're going to see Mr. Bailey here.
give some thanks out before we get started in the team. I want to thank Coach Trey. This guy works very, very hard. And he always has the field ready for us. When we take the field, it's lined, it's drugged, it's ready to go. I appreciate that, Coach. I want to thank Jeannie again for all the things that she does for us. POs and credit cards, and I'm always bugging her about something, but she keeps it straight. Also want to thank my wife and family, and my wife for, I think she took about every home baseball game for us. And she knew which parents were there and which ones I didn't even know. So thank her for that. I also want to thank my assistant coaches, Coach Eric, Coach Ken Maris. I want to thank Travis Mowry for helping us with our statistician. Robbie Hott also for helping us with scorebooks and all that. Without those guys, we couldn't do what we do. And last of all, I want to thank our parents. We put them through a hard last week, and they stepped up. We had to go to Lincoln last Friday. Supposed to play them at 5 o'clock, which is in Shinston, which is about 2.5 hours away. We get up there, we go through a storm in Morgantown, and we get there, and they said, I don't think our field's playable. We just drove 2.5 hours to play baseball. And they said, well, we could play on the turf field, but we can't play till 9 o'clock at night. So we played at 9 o'clock at night, we beat Lincoln, and we had to be back to play Bridgeport on Saturday, the next day at 3:30. So parents got the kids there. It was amazing. We came up short against Bridgeport, but our guys gave a nice ending to the season of fighting hard. Our season was full of ups and downs. We got off to a bad start, but about midway through the season, we had a 5-game winning streak. We beat Kaiser twice in the doubleheader. We beat Lewis County twice in the doubleheader. We had a lot of good wins, and I'm proud of these guys. They fought all the way to the end. We even gave Bridgeport a run for their money at the end. They knew we was there. So I'm proud of these guys. I'm going to read my letterman. Sophomores, if you'll stand when I call your name. Aiden Crabtree, Channing Wilt, Mason Wolford, Adam Riggleman. Juniors, Wyatt Adams, Brent Evans, Braden Hott, Zeke McDonald, Mark Richmond, Landon Whitaker, and my 5 seniors who has been with me all 4 years that they were here, and that means a lot to me. Cannon Mowry, Luke Poore, Bobby Spring, Ethan Van Meter, and Shane Woodward. Let's give these guys We have 3 awards that we're going to give out tonight. I'd like to give an award to every player, but we're going to give 3 tonight. Our first award is going to go to the Defensive Player of the Year. And when I think of defense, I think of pitching as well. I think pitching is a big part of defense. And this kid led our team in wins with 5, pitched in 10 games. His ERA over the season was 1.71. Many times we can see him run balls down in the outfield, and we're just looking forward to what this young man's going to do over the next couple of years. Our Defensive Player of the Year goes to Channing Wilt. Next is our Offensive Player of the Year. and goes to a young man that about halfway through the season was probably hitting a mere 250, maybe at best. And just turned it on like the last half of the season. Several games he had, I think he had a 4-hit game, he had several 3-hit games, and ended up by the end of the year, he was hitting .404, which is very good in high school baseball. His on base percentage was .477, which means he got on base almost half the times that he batted. And this young man's also returning for us, and we're excited to see what he can do, and that's Braden Hott. Our last award is the Donnie Big D Davis Award. I know him as Big D. He was my baseball coach. Has a special place in my heart. I know when Coach Davis was around and I was coaching, there was very few weeks that went by where he didn't call me and tell me how good I was doing, or maybe you can try this. And just a guy that I looked up to. And this award has a special place in my heart. It's voted on by our team, and the qualities is to be a good teammate, come to practice every day ready to work, you're honest, you play hard, you never take a play off. And I think that this personifies the young man that gets this award. This year's Don Davis Award goes to Landon Whitaker. I think we'll turn it over to Coach Combs with softball.
Does it get more complicated, or do you kind of do the same thing? You want to count, teach, and things like that? No, I was just curious. Like, do you ask more?
The TV class is the most intense because
good evening, everyone. I know Trey wanted me to speed this up, so he told me to not talk too long up here. But guys, I'm kind of like everybody else. There's a lot of people that helped the softball program out, and I definitely want to say a special thank you to everybody that helped me. First and foremost, my wife and family. Guys, without them, I couldn't do what I do, that's for sure. Mark Hammond, for all the help all the time and help he puts in for being my assistant coach and putting up with me. Sharon Orndorff for keeping, I'm still old school, guys, so I still keep a book and game changers and all that too. So, for all the time that Sharon puts in, definitely a special thank you for that. And the parents too. I'm one of those coaches that have early morning Saturday practice times. Right, like, when I first started here, I asked Trey, I said, Trey, do you think I'm crazy about doing 5 a.m. practice? He's like, no, man, I love it. So, even though we didn't do 5 a.m. this year, we still get pretty early on Saturday. So, you know, for the parents to get the kids there, buy kids drive, so forth. Last 2 years, as far as my parents go, guys, it's been the best group I've had in a long time. Special thank you to Trey. I know Chad kind of spoke, you know, as far as our fields being ready. That's a big plus for us. I don't work here at the school, so it's nice to get off work and then just be able to coach. You know what I mean? So that definitely means a lot. So I'll go ahead and announce our letterman if you guys want to stand up. First is Ava Call, Erica Call, Molly McVicker, Chaz Keller, Natalie Sines, Bree Cosner, Riley Fraser, Charlie Ashton, Natalie Roberts, I got a bunch of them, Kylie Potter, Caitlin Ferguson, Taylor Clough, Julie Boyles, and Madden Fry. You guys will give them a big round of applause. We have 4 awards we're giving out tonight. And I'll start off with the Defensive Player of the Year. I've seen her up on this stage a good bit here tonight. It's a girl that has been putting in the time. She travels from Springfield to Petersburg every Sunday to go see the pitching coach. So, even with a bummed up knee, she came on, got her first career victory this year as a sophomore, and definitely looking forward to having her for the next 2 years. The Defensive Player of the Year award goes to Bree Cosner. The next award I'll give out is the Danielle Combs Award. If you guys know me, this award means a lot to me. We lost Danielle about 9 years ago, and this award, you know, it don't get handed out lightly in my book. So, as far as courage, never giving up, fight to the end, never say a word, never complain. I mean, I could go on and on and on if I'm speaking about Danielle, and I can speak the same way about this young lady right here. The recipient to the Danielle Combs Award is Natalie Sines. And the next, I'm going to hand out 2 awards here at one time. The Offensive Player of the Year and my MVP. Guys, I don't know, I could probably stand up here for an hour and talk about this kid. She ended the season batting .552. She made the All-Area team last year, made the All-PVC team last year, and I'm sure she'll be back on those 2 teams again this year. This kid is 100% softball. She's played shortstops for me since she's been a freshman. I mean, you can put her on the field. I used her as a pitcher this year, but I mean, the kid just plays softball 12 months out of the year. So my Offensive Player of the Year and my MVP is Ava Call. Quick enough. All right, I guess I'm handing it off to track.
be so late. You're gonna
Probably, but what, do you want to try to come maybe tomorrow evening?
yeah. What's your picture?
I'd love to have you if you want to come, but I'm probably going to have Lisa for a little bit.
Good evening, folks.
And I'm going to have Sean.
It hasn't been very long yet. Only a couple hours. I'm going to take family out to watch Trey on the stadium. Cutting it off. I do want to thank Trey and everyone who's involved in putting this together tonight. It's always a great experience to see all the athletes from the course of the year get together. And I'd like to congratulate all of you who received awards. Also want to thank Coach Allcar, Coach Bill Lips, Coach Fleming, and Coach Josh. This year we had a large number of athletes who stayed with us throughout the year, and these guys helped tremendously. We broke them up and had different coaches for different positions, and it worked very well for us. First, I'm going to go through the girls tonight with just a couple of statements about the ladies. We had 57 wins and 25 losses this year. We were Region 2 AA champions, finished second in the PBC because we don't have a whole ball. It bothered us a little bit. All right, guys, what I'm going to do, and before I get started, also 13 of those ladies have qualified for the state track meet. And I'll go over that just a little later. But first, I want to announce the letter people tonight. Just remain seated, you do not have to get up. Alice Arnold, Grace Barker, Ellen Ballard, Autumn Charlton, Linnea Clark, Piper Dawson, Shana Delaney, Maddie Fleming, Lily Frank, Rufina Haynes, Heisty Titer, Riley Koontz, Yvette Lease, Gio Matthews, Evie Moffitt, Micah Moreland, Bailey Nichols, Carly Nichols, Penelope Odom, Michaela Orndorff, Destiny Scott, Maddie C., Avery Steinmetz, Kendall Stewart, Lane Stewart, Jillian Thomas, and Lexi Wetzel. Congratulations, guys, all of you on that. And now I told you we did have 13 ladies going to the state track meet. And ladies, if you would stand and remain standing when I go over this. The very first one is Autumn Charlton. She qualified in the 4x8. Second is Linnea Clark. She qualified in the 4x1, 4x2, and 4x4. Rufina Haynes qualified in the 4x1 and 4x4. Heisley Tiger, high jump, long jump, 4x2, and shuttle hurdles. Yvette Lease qualified in the distance. Gio Matthews qualified in the 4x4 and 4x8. Bailey Nichols qualified in the 4x8, 800, 16, and 32. And guys, I got to stop right there for a moment. I don't know how many of you made it to the region track meet the other night, but Bailey did a fantastic job all evening long. She ran the 4x8 and was instrumental in moving that on to the state meet. She ran the open 800, took first in that. The open 1600 and took first in that. And the open 3200 and took first place in that. A total of 4 miles to win the flag. You hear people talk about running through the pain and, just push hard
truly an example of a tremendous athlete. Truly an example. Really proud of you, girl. Carly Nichols, 4x8. Maddie C, 4x1, 4x2, 4x4, and 400. Before we ran the race, Maddie had only one thing she had to do in this race. Get on the shoulder of the girl that runs a 57 400 and absolutely do not let her get away from it. She came all the way around the track and you can see it beginning to happen because we always train. We run that we run in 4 different phases. This girl didn't let Maddie run it in her phases. She just sprinted all the way. Maddie sprinted with her. Truly another example of someone running through pain and doing something tremendously. Maddie, I'm really proud of you also. Avery Steinmans, 100 hurdles, long jump, shuttle hurdles. Kendall Stewart, 4x1, 4x2, 100 and 200. Kendall's a freshman. She's never been through a 2-session track meet that's run in one day. And I tried to explain it to her before, but she just didn't quite understand what I was saying. Well, at the end of the meet, she knew what I was talking about because there was absolutely nothing left in her legs, and she knew that tremendous effort on her part. Lainey, 100 hurdle, shuttle hurdles, great job there too, and Lexi Wetzel in the shuttle hurdles. Guys, we have awards I have for seniors that we'll get later up here after the banquet. And those ladies seniors are Geo Matthews, Evie Moffitt, Linnea Clark, and Bailey Nichols. I have one for you also if you're not a senior, something different. All right, now, we give 4 awards, Most Outstanding or MVP award, 2 Coaches Award, and a Leadership Award. 4 years ago, I took over the track job here. So I said, in the middle of October, I better get in the weight room because spring will be here real soon. So we made an announcement to the school and everything. And I was sitting down in the weight room, waiting, and in walks one skinny little girl. She wasn't any bigger than that. I said, well, this weight room will be good for you. But before you know it, another one walked in. Skinny little girl the same way. I said, well, the weight room will be good for you also. We'll be fine. We're good. We kind of made a pact that we would stay together for 4 years, go through their seasons and everything. And these 2 people have been tremendous all 4 years for me. I depend on them all the time. I ask them to do things, they do it, and it's just been a pleasure working with them. But my Coaches Award goes to Linnea Clark. My Leadership Award goes to Giovanni Matthews. Another Coaches Award happened when these 2 over here decided that the following year they were going to start recruiting me. And one of those people they recruited was another skinny little girl. I thought we had skinny little girls, but hey, they're tough. And lo and behold, here comes Maddie C through the door. She could do anything. She could run, whatever it is, she could do it, and absolutely afraid of nothing. Maddie also has a Coaches Award here tonight. Come on up, Maddie.
Absolutely.
Now, the track MVP award goes to someone, we keep it simple. You want this award, you gotta score the points. And we had some good competition this year for points. But our MVP for 2025 track for the ladies is, I wonder who that is. Kendall Stewart. Come on up, Kendall. All right, ladies, just hang right there. Now let it be for a moment. I told you I'm going to take a little bit of time. State meet performance list came out. I want to show you where our people rank in the state. In the 100, Kendall is ranked 10th right now. In the 200, she is ranked 11th right now. In the 400, there we go, Bailey is ranked 5th. In the 1600, Bailey is ranked 5th right now. In the 800, 5th. In the hurdle, 100-meter hurdles, Lady Stewart is ranked 5th. And in the 4x1, our ladies are ranked 6th. 4x2 ladies are ranked number 1 in the state. Our 4x4 people are ranked 4th in the state. And our shuttle hurdle team is ranked 3rd in the state right now. Guys, the ladies have a real good chance to be successful and to make some noise this year. I didn't go over everyone. We have others who are in the top 10 in the state, and that's tremendous as far as I'm concerned. So let's give these ladies a big hand. All right, for the guys, we had 14 people for the guys qualified for the state. They had 66 wins and 15 losses. Finished 3rd in region meet and 2nd in the PVC meet because we didn't have pole vault tips. And before we get those senior guys, also at the end of when Mr. Stewart has finished, I need you to come up here because I have something for you also at this time. All right, I'm going to call out names for people who led her and just remain seated if you would, please. Jacob Hall, Wesley Bowley, Mason Chenoweth, Carlos Chavez, Aiden Crabtree, Chase Crane, Jackson Dice, Chris Daniels, Colton Fleming, Jack Fraser, Vincent Greer, Colin Hall, Kristen Helming, Ross Hicks, Chase Hoter, Sean King, Adrian Litchfield, Andrew Lloyd, Marcus McBride, Peyton Millicent, Liam Nichols, Carter Piles, Ethan Richmond, Ben Riggleman, Jacob Sowers, Wyatt Thorne, and Trenton Temple. All right, guys, out of those people that they just called, I'm going to tell you some of the ones that are going to state and what they've qualified in. Jacob Oaks qualified in the 4x8. Mason Chenoweth, 4x4. Cole Fleming, 4x1. Jackson Fraser, long jump and shuttle hurdles. Benny Greer, 4x1, 4x2, 200. And guys, I want to tell you something right now. If you never get a chance to watch him run, you miss something. tremendous athlete, blazing speed, and doesn't give up for anything. Great athlete. Sean King, 4x4 and 4x8. Adrian Lynchfield, 4x1, 4x2, 4x4, and 400. Guys, really a truly great athlete, going to want to do great things. Tremendous. Peyton Millison, 110 hurdles, shuttle hurdles. Liam Nichols, shuttle hurdles, high jump. And Carter Powell, shuttle hurdles. Guys, these guys have been chasing the school record in these hurdles now for 2 years. I think it may happen this coming meet, in the state meet. I think they're going to get it. Right now in the state meet, these guys are I believe it's second place by 2/100ths of a second. So they're knocking on the door right now. Ethan Richmond, 4x8, Ben Richmond, 4x2, 4x4, and 400, and Wyatt Thorne, 4x8. Trenton Tim Brook, 4x1, 4x2, 100, 200. Guys, another person, if you haven't had a chance to see them run, you've missed something. Another tremendous athlete gets out of the blocks in a hurry. I do want to spend just a couple minutes going over where they're ranked right now in the state. Right now in the 100, Trent is ranked 6th. He's ranked 8th in the 200. And in the 400, Adrian Lynchfield is 11, and Ben Riggleman is 13. Good job on that, guys. Peyton Milson in the 100 hurdles is 12th right now. In the 4x1, Hampshire is in second place in the state by 2/100ths of a second. That's where we are. I foresee a state champion right there in that 4x1, no doubt about it. We decided that that's all each one, that much quicker each person has to do, and there's a state champion there. 4x2, we're second by 1/100th of a second. 1/100th of a second. I foresee a state champion too, they're pretty sure of that. In the 4x1, in the 4x4, we are right now in second. Jeez, enough seconds, go for first. Right now in the shuttle hurdles, I said second long ago, we're in third right now, but 2/100, or no, a little bit more than that, less than a second. Liam Nichols is 15th in the high jump. Vinny is sitting in first place in the 200 right now in the state. Jackson Frazier is right now in 12th place in the long jump. Guys, it's been a great year for the boys track program, and I couldn't be more prouder of them than it's just a matter of this year. It seems like there's an old saying that if you're selling it, no one, chances are no one's buying it. But I really think this year that what we're trying to sell, coaches are trying to sell, people are buying. It makes a difference. We've seen our track program improve tremendously, and we're very excited for them. Right now, for a leadership award, someone who helps other people out and does not hesitate to say, I can do that, I'll go do that, or whatever it is. That's Adrian Lynchfield, guys. He is a tremendous person and has 41 years. He's not really that slow, he's just tired and he's ready to go to bed. Another coach's award. This guy, I don't care what it is that we need done. Not only does he do it well, he knows how to do everything. I think it's because of his dad. He's always hanging around his dad, and his dad's always doing different things. And this kid can do different things all the time. All I have to do is say, Cole, can you make this happen? Yes, sir, I can make it happen. Guys, another outstanding athlete in person. And this coach's award winner is Colton Fleming. The next award is the coach's award. It was pretty close between my MVP and this person this year. Very close, as a matter of fact. But either one of them could fit either one the way it is. For a coach's award, someone that always does what you ask and shows other people how to do things and doesn't hesitate to step up and say, I can make that happen. And that is Trenton Timbrow. Well, I guess there's not a whole lot we can say about Benny Greer that hasn't been said somewhere along the line. He is a tremendous athlete, football-wise, track. He could probably play golf, I think. But he has been a tremendous asset to the track program this year. Scored a ton of points. He and Trent both scored a ton of points, but he did get more than Trent. Benny, come on up here, buddy. All right, folks, thank you very much. Don't forget seniors, track seniors. I do need you when I finish up here. He's trying to throw me off right now. Come on up for that, and also Bailey Nichols, please come up when we finish the awards thing. Sure.
We were ahead of schedule. And I was thinking how many times I told my coaches to say speed it up. I think the point got through. And then coach came up here. I think he could have summed up as, hey, we're pretty fast. We're pretty good. But thanks, coach. Everybody appreciates that. I think you've talked enough tonight, coach. We tried that. All right, guys, real quick, we're going to hammer through this. We are going to do something we've never done before because we entered some uncharted waters this year. We do a fundraiser called Lady Trojan, and it's where some selected juniors going into a senior year go around with their fundraising efforts to better the TAA and have a chance to better themselves. Last year we had a group of young ladies who took the bar and just threw it through the ceiling and said, we are going to set the example moving forward. These ladies collectively raised, paraphrasing here the number, $29,000 Yay, back corner, more. Right here, 33, right here, 34, 35, 49. Just yell it. $47,000, sorry. Did not mean to insult. And our winner, Miss Colleen Hott, raised, say it loud and proud, $22,000 herself. So Miss Colleen Hott, come on up here, look at the stage. Of that money, the agreement was to give 20% back to the winners in form of scholarship/award. So we gave a check of over $9,375 to Miss Colleen Hott, and she is our 2024 Miss Lady Trojan. Just to wear this at graduation. All right, moving on to the Bud Nealis Award. I promise you guys we're gonna hammer it out here. The Bud Nealis Award goes to a staunch supporter who helps our athletic department on a volunteer basis. This person goes above and beyond in whatever he or she can do. This year's Bud Nealis, Coach, you killed my batteries. This year's recipient goes to a guy that I know if I cannot be at an event for whatever reason and he's there, I'm breathing comfortably. There's no worry, he's got it. This guy shows up like clockwork to help support our athletic department. I know, like I know the sun will rise tomorrow, that he will be parked out front of our school at 4:15 for a 7 o'clock football game, asking with a notepad, who's working concessions, who's flipping the coin, who's doing this, and taking all this information and getting our press box set up. For those of you who don't know what it takes to put on a Friday night football game, it's tremendous. But this guy shoulders a tremendous amount of that. He's there helping spot our spot for our announcer, relaying information back and forth to me throughout the night. And he stays after to help put the field to bed, picking up things, tarps, whatnot. And also on Friday mornings of game days, he shows up with this vacuum from home to make sure our press box is nicely vacuumed. Kid you not. He's helping at track meets, he's helping at basketball games, he's helping with our officials, let them know how much time's left, showing everybody through locker rooms. Just a strong, strong support. And this year's Bud Nealis Award goes to Mr. Jay Beveridge. All right, thank you, Jay. Next up is our Coach's Team Player Award presented by Coach Fuller.
You've already heard countless compliments about this young man, but I'm going to try and add just a few more. He is a player that will not challenge the position that he's put in, and you never have to question whether he's going to give his all. He never misses an opportunity. That might be an opportunity for him to play, whether it be a flex day, team camp, summer tournament, or an open gym, he's there. It might be an opportunity to mentor others during Buddy Buddy, summer kids camp, or his and coach's kids. He is there. It might be an opportunity to show up and support his friends. Whether or not he is participating, he is always there. We joke that he might get mistaken for a coach, a substitute teacher, even a parent, because he was just literally everywhere. He's usually holding a sign or a camera. Probably known best for his prowess kicking a football. You've also heard that he is a man of many talents, and he gives selflessly to his school and community. Bryson Richardson. Bryson really is always plan B. Like, I'm not sure if it's because you live so close, or he's somehow always awake, or he can't say no because you honestly like being in the know. Yeah. But when someone asks, like, who can help do this, and it doesn't matter what it is, the answer is always like, I'm sure Bryson will do it. So thanks for being here.
I get the pleasure to give out the Mighty Trojan Award. I'm going to read some comments from some of her coaches. This young lady is the type of athlete that listens whenever the coaches are talking, even when they aren't talking to her, because she wants to soak up as much instruction as possible. She looks for constructive feedback more than praise. She asks questions, never gives an excuse, and always supports the younger players. She understands their strengths, weaknesses, and limits, and has a team-first mentality. She would tap herself out of serving on occasion when she was struggling, just because she thought someone else would perform better than her in that moment. This young lady is intensity personified. And I've never had the opportunity to coach this young lady, but I did have the opportunity to get to teach her at the middle school, and she is a top 5 student. And that is Sarah Pam.
Thanks, Coach Van Meter. Who's up next? I'm going to do the Coach of the Year. This award is given to a Hampshire high school coach who displays genuine care for his athletes. For their athletes, the criteria for this award is as follows. Knowledge of the game, promotes teamwork and sportsmanship, respected by players, supportive and respectful of Hampshire High administration, leads by example. Looking across the board, this coach does not fall short on any of these areas. Not only do they lead their athletes with a morally and ethically correct demeanor, they also express a sincere love and care for their athletes. The amount of knowledge this coach has about their sport is evident with the amount of success their team has had under his short tenure. In just 2 short years, as the head coach, assistant coach, and the assistant to the assistant coach, he has resurrected Hampshire's golf program. And just this past year, he had them traveling up the interstate to the northern panhandle as they qualified to the state meet. This coach's pride and willingness to go or to help outside of his own sport is not unnoticed. He's also helping at each basketball game at the table. The 2025 Hampshire High School Coach of the Year is Mr. Chad Van Meter. To present the scholar athlete, our principal, Ms. Haynes.
Good evening.
Before I have the privilege of announcing our winners of the Hampshire High School Scholar Athlete Award, I first want to say how much I respect and carry, and how much I respect our athletic department here at Hampshire High School. As principal of Hampshire High School, I have high expectations of our coaching staff and our students. And I am proud to say that they represent Hampshire High School throughout the county as well as throughout the state. These students often set the standard here, and I am proud to be their principal. Now for the Hampshire High School Scholar Athlete Award. This award goes to a male and female who meet two criteria. First, they have to have lettered in 2 sports. Second, they are determined by the final class rankings. This year's recipients of the Scholar Athlete Awards go to Natalie Sines, and Trenton Timbrook.
Our next award is the Richard Shackelford Memorial Award. This is given by the members of the Shackelford family. Mr. Shackelford was a strong advocate of Hampshire High School athletics. He organized and began a strong movement to improve the athletic facilities. He was responsible on creation of the athletic facility that now bears his name. He passed away before he could visualize the dream or could see the dream come to life of the athletic facility here at Hampshire High School. There's one person chosen for this prestigious award, and the characteristics displayed, but not limited to, are courage, strength, determination, grit, and fighting to the last breath. This year's recipient battled through nagging injuries throughout her career that usually did not take her out of play, but did make her performance difficult at times, but she persevered. She's a fierce competitor, always during practice, during summer workouts, during games. She never lets her mental focus falter. She's incredibly tough on herself, constantly setting her personal bar higher and higher, and she's often the coach on the court. This year's Richard Shackelford Memorial recipient is Ms. Abby Brill. Up next is our Outstanding Male and Female Athlete Awards. These awards are presented to the male and female athletes who have met with success on the athletic field of play with the following criteria: number of years participating in athletics, number of sports played, number of letters earned, other awards received, leadership, coachability, work ethic, attitude, character, and school conscientiousness. First with the female. And some of the coaches have kind of stole my thunder on this one, but this young lady is wise and mature beyond her years. She too is the coach on the field and court. And often she is the rock to every team she plays for. She is an outstanding athlete for a few reasons, but maybe not because she scored the most points, has the highest batting average, or scored the most goals, but because she is often doing all the heavy lifting behind the scenes and behind the stat line for the betterment of the team. This year's outstanding female is Miss Natalie Simons. And now for the mail. Again, my thunder's been stolen. I thought I was going to give some groundbreaking information, but it's been said about 3 times already. This year's Male Outstanding Athlete Award is one that every coach dreams of. He's a yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am kind of kid. You can see him working hard when nobody's watching. And one, if you need a big play or a big sprint, you often turn your head in his direction. Say, you got us, right? He's hard for other teams to prep for because if he gets a seam on the football field and if he catches an edge, Bryson's jogging on the field to kick the extra point because nobody's catching it. And like Coach Colbank said, if you have not seen this young man sprint on a track, you are missing a show. He is exciting to watch. And I'm pounding my fist as I'm talking because I mean every word of it. When he gets the baton or when he comes out of the blocks, he has a gear that his opponents doesn't seem to have. You can see the gap of the players running the track just widen and widen and widen as he cuts loose. And to go into a little bit more of a personal note, and many of you probably don't remember this, but sometimes I'll watch everything behind the scenes. After a JV basketball game was ending, and you guys know, JV parents, we ask you to work with varsity concessions and vice versa. His mother was tied up with, work, could not be here. So this young man, I think he was a freshman or sophomore, went through the handshake line, sprinted into the locker room, out of his uniform, into his street clothes, to go work the concessions to cover for his mom who couldn't be there. Tells you what kind of kid this kid is. He's all state and all PBC and about everything. He's going to be missed dearly. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Mr. Benny Greer. We're almost there, hang tight. I'd like to invite all my Reynolds finalists up to the stage, please. Okay, I'm just going to say a couple things, not about individually, just about the collective bunch, because you guys are wanting to hear from them more than you want to hear from me. But these young adults are what we think of when we look for in our student athletes. They're setting a standard in the classroom, in the field, on the courts, in the track, and almost more importantly, in our community. They're giving our youth a goal to reach for when they become Hampshire High School Trojans themselves. They are what we hope our kids grow into, and I can speak of a 4-year-old, I'm hoping the same out of my son. Hold on. Didn't see that coming. At this time, I'm going to turn the mic over in no particular order, whoever wants to go first, for them to talk about their career here at Hampshire High School. So whoever wants to bat first, you're up. You're live, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Before I start, I'd like to take a moment of silence to honor former friend and fellow Reynolds nominee Alex Kyle. Thank you. Alex will be missed by many. For those of you who may not already know me, I'm Bryson Richardson. I've participated in a lot of sports my time here at Hampshire High School these last 4 years and have taken pride in being part of each and every one. This past year I played basketball, soccer, and football, and I believe I got something unique out of each one of them. All of them have allowed me to build lifelong relationships and make a ton of good memories. Outside of sports, I'm also a member of both National and National Technical Honor Societies, Italian Exchange, Peer Helpers, and was lucky enough to serve as the state vice president for DECA my junior year. I'm very thankful to have had the opportunity to travel the world and network with other people throughout my high school career. All of these programs have pushed me out of my comfort zone in ways I would not have imagined before I started, and anyone who may be on the fence about joining any of them, I'd highly recommend it. This coming fall, I plan to attend Marshall University's Bill No Flight School and pursue a degree in aeronautics while also obtaining a minor in finance. I believe my time in high school has made choosing my future pathway a lot easier with the experiences I've been able to have, and I'm very thankful for that. To start off my thank yous, I'd like to mention my mother, Stephanie, and my father, David, for all they've done for me and the sacrifices they made as part of a student-athlete parent. I will forever be grateful for your commitment to my success, and I'm very thankful. I'd like to thank my brother, Jordan Richardson, for the countless hours we put in together working up to this moment. And although I may not always have shown it, I'm more than thankful for everything. I love you. To the rest of my family and friends, just thankful for you guys so much for all the support you've put into me throughout my career and always shown up to every single event. I love you guys too. Coach Alkire for always being the realist to go with me and treating me like one of his own kids. The sacrifice he makes, losing time from family to challenge me and my teammates, no joke, and can't be gone unnoticed. Also, Coach Nichols for always keeping it 100 with us, nothing less. To all the other Hampshire High staff, I raise my hat to you for the effort you put into making our school and athletic departments a better place. From Mr. Stewart for bringing the dream high school facilities to reality in Hampshire County, to Ms. Mellison behind the scenes 24/7, keeping everybody in check. Thank you guys for everything, as well as the rest of the staff. The list of thank yous is endless, and I'm sure I left out many names, but I assure you I won't forget any dedication to the success that has been required. It is an honor to have been nominated for this amazing award with two fellow classmates who I've been lucky enough to spend every year of school with up to this point, and I wish to both of you the greatest achievements in life. Thank you.
Alrighty. So, good evening.
What a great time to be here celebrating all the accomplishments of our wonderful student athletes. My name is Natalie Sines, and I'm honored to be here tonight as a finalist for the 2025 Jay Holland and Anita Randles Award. I would like to congratulate Bryson and Trenton on their very well-deserved nomination. It's crazy because it seems like just yesterday we were rivals on the AYSO field, and now we stand here as rivals once again. But in all seriousness, I couldn't ask for better lifelong friends to get to experience this with. So my athletic career began when I was in the 3rd grade, signed up to play on the Hampshire County Youth Soccer League. I quickly fell in love with the game and over time evolved a passion for other sports as well. I like to think I've come a long way since the 3rd grade. However, I know that I owe all of it to the people that helped me along the way. First and foremost, I would like to give all glory to God for giving me the opportunity and ability to be involved in athletics. Next, my big supporters were Dad and my mom. All the late nights, long days, miles traveled, money spent, and time devoted just so that I could be standing here tonight. You both have shown me endless encouragement and support, and I'm forever grateful for you both. Love you guys. I'd like to thank my mom and Pap for their endless support as well, and being sure to never miss a game no matter how far. Love you both very much. My brothers, you all have shown decent support, except for Elijah, who has never missed a chance to see his girls. I mean, you show up to my basketball games with a minute 20 left in the 4th quarter, or leave after the first inning of my softball games. But you've shown up and kept me humble, so I love you guys too. I've been blessed to play for many coaches throughout my athletic career, and they've all impacted and touched me in the most positive way possible. I would especially like to thank Coach Crane, Coach Judy, Coach Richardson, Coach Smith, Coach Gomes, and Coach Mark for their dedication to our athletic programs and helping to shape me and many others. I've also been extremely blessed to develop friendships with my teammates that I'm certain will last a lifetime. I could not have asked for better people to grow alongside and share so many unforgettable moments with, both on and off the field. Their relentless drive, support, and motivation is a huge reason why I'm standing here today, and I love all of you guys. I'd like to give a special thank you to Mr. Stewart, also known as West Virginia's best athletic director. But Mr. Stewart, you go above and beyond for athletic programs without receiving even half the credit you deserve, but you do it for all of us in here tonight, and we thank you for that. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Millison, another one, does a lot of behind-the-scenes work that often seems to get overlooked, but we see you, you're very, very much appreciated. Mrs. Haynes, Mrs. Landis, and Mr. Alkire, you are all extremely supportive administration, and that is very much appreciated by me and many others. The TAA, thank you for making all of this possible for us, and quite frankly, thank you for the best 4 years of my life. Lastly, I would like to thank my community. Perhaps the most important lesson that I've grasped throughout my high school career is the importance and value of a community. We are so blessed to live in one that so generously supports the youth. Without our gracious business leaders and individuals, we would have nothing. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I will forever cherish my moments in the green and white.
Alrighty, good evening everyone. First and foremost, I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight. It is an incredible honor to be nominated for this award. This award is something I have been striving for my entire high school career. The recipient of this award is a person who exemplifies an outstanding standard of what being a student athlete at Hampshire High School looks like. I have been working toward becoming a good nominee for this award, and my hard work paid off. Just standing up here is something I do not take lightly. I want to thank God for giving me this opportunity and all the opportunities He continues to give me. For those who do not know me, I am a four-sport athlete here at Hampshire High. I have been fortunate enough to represent the Trojans in golf, soccer, basketball, and track and field. Each one of these sports has played a unique role in shaping me into the man I am today. However, it was not just the athlete in me. These sports have also helped mold my character, and they all helped me to become a better person along the way. Also, if you do not know me, I will tell you my journey has not been the easiest. I lost my father at the age of 10. And while he may not physically be here tonight, I know he has been following me every step of the way, on every field, every court, every track, and every course. I know he has been with me. The memory of my father is one of, if not the biggest motivator in my life. I strive to make my father proud every day, and I hope I'm doing a good job. I do not know God's plan for me, but I know everything He does has a reason. Losing my father was hard, but God put people in my life in His place that I will never forget. There are a lot of people who helped me get to this moment and shaped me into the person I am today. I want to take a second to recognize all these people. Can I please ask anyone who has ever coached me in any sport, down to t-ball, youth wrestling, AYSO soccer, middle school, and at any time during my athletic career, to please stand if you don't mind. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have all done so much for me, and I couldn't do it without you guys. Every single one of you has poured your hearts into me and stuck by my side. For that I am so grateful. Through early morning practices, tough losses, and even better wins, you have challenged me, believed in me, pushed me, and taught me life lessons that go well beyond any sport. To Coach Allgaier and Coach Robbie, you two have both been a father figure in my life. When I needed you most, you were there. I truly am so blessed to have men like you in my corner. Thank you all for everything you have done for me. I would not be here without you. To my biggest heroes and my idols, my mom and my entire family, we have a great bond. We feel each other with so much love and support. I am so blessed to be a part of this family. The support from all of you is deeply appreciated. You have been in the stands, in the cars, in the heat, in the cold. Bad games, good games, it didn't matter. All that mattered was that you were there. All of you have made more sacrifices than I could ever count. I love all of you more than I can say. And I love you too, Tristan. I know you're watching from Missouri. If you would have asked my mom in 2017, where do you see your youngest son in 2025? I can tell you she would have said a lot of places, but I bet none of them were right here on the stage. It has taken a great deal of sacrifices from her to get me here. My mom is the strongest person I know, and she deserves the award. As I've said before, being nominated for this award is a true honor. However, what makes it even better is being nominated alongside my lifelong friends, Natalie and Bryson. Natalie and Bryson, I've been friends with them since early elementary school. Both of them are just outstanding people, and I wish nothing but the best for both of them. They make everyone around them better people. And their families, they're great as well. I mean, I've grown up with them, and they've helped me grow up, especially the Richardsons. They've been my second family for as long as I can remember. Dave, Jordan, thanks for being there, being father figures in my life. I really appreciate you. Steph, thanks for always letting me come over, spend the entire summer at your house one time. So thank you so much. Manuel, chocolate milk and pancakes before school, come on now. I love you guys, thank you guys so much. Hey, we're getting there. Sports have taught me a lot of things. However, the biggest thing it taught me was it's always been more than a game. They have been an outlet, a getaway for me almost, a home. They have taught me lifelong skills like how to be a leader, how to get through tough times, how to weather bad storms, and how to be humble and how to lose in class. They have also given me friendships that I hope will last a lifetime and memories I'll never forget. Tonight is a celebration, but for me it's also a send-off. Right after graduation, I'll be heading straight to Charleston to compete at the state track meet. It is all a little crazy, but I couldn't ask for it any other way. To me, it feels like the perfect ending closing out my time as a Hampshire Trojan, doing what I love and giving it everything I got. Lastly, I want to thank this community. Thank you for your time and thank you for this nomination. Also, thank you for your belief in me and for being part of a great community that values heart, hustle, and character. No matter where life takes me next, Hampshire will always be my home and will always be a part of me. I will always be a Trojan and I will always bleed green and white. Thank you all.
Guys, I'm not crying, you're crying. I've been kind of hurrying my coaches along because my goal is to get done with this by 9 o'clock. But there's one thing I'm never going to cut short is to hear our student athletes speak from the heart like they just did. That's what this is all about. You've heard me say, sports is more than a game, it's more than a sport. It's this. And hearing these kids share the passion that I do, my staff do, their admin, everything for this right here, it's great to see everybody bleeding green and white and knowing what that truly means. So thank you guys for refreshing that in my memory forever. So thank you for that. We have skipped over something kind of important to this and to the previous award. We mentioned TAA. We didn't mention what they're doing tonight too for these kids. The recipients of the Outstanding Male and Female are receiving $500 each on behalf of the TAA. The two runners-up to my right are each receiving $500 each. And the winner tonight will receive $1,000 from TAA. So guys, with that said, all good things have to come to an end. Unless Coach Colmack, you want to come back up here and talk a little bit? It's time to announce our winner of the 2025 Rails Award. And this year's award was, as always, a close race. Close enough that we had to vote again and recount to make sure we got it right, because it was that close. But the recipient of the 2024-2025 Rails Award will have his name on the plaque to my right for the history of Hampshire High School goes to Mr. Trent Pembroke. And to our finalists, you're going home with some more hardware yet. Hang tight. Congratulations, Ms. Natalie Simons. Natalie needs a wheelbarrow or maybe that side by side parked out back to help her get her hardware into the car. And to Mr. Bryson Richardson, aka Mr. Substitute Teacher, aka Ross Young Students. All right, guys, we thank you for coming out. I know it's a long night, but it is truly meaningful. And we wish everybody a happy summer, and we're looking forward to next year. Thank you so much.